Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be ranking Cookierun Kingdom characters based on flavor. And we are going to be trying to figure out which cookie truly has the best flavor in the game right now. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, I really appreciate it. But before we start today's video, I would like to thank each and every one of you for 100 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. I appreciate your support, and let's see how fast we can get to 200. Anyways, let's get straight into it. First of all, let's start off with Ginger Brave. As a pretty basic cookie, I feel like he should go in Tasty. It makes the most sense, since he's, you know, a classic gingerbread cookie. Next up, we got Wizard Cookie. Now Wizard Cookie, first of all, let me just say, he looks like George Washington. I mean, just look at all that white hair he has on his head. Second of all, he has a cone on his head. So because of that, we are going to be putting him in Tasty as well. Next up, Strawberry Cookie. I think Strawberry Cookie would be our first S tier because, I mean, doesn't anyone not like strawberries? Next up, Muscle Cookie. I would put Muscle Cookie in edible because he just seems to be a regular plain old cookie, nothing too special about him, so edible. Next up, Ninja Cookie. Not gonna lie, I'm going to put him in the same tier because, I mean, he's just Ninja Cookie. There's nothing really too special about him. Next up, Angel Cookie. Angel Cookie is going in Tasty because she just looks like a classic Christmas cookie. The last common cookie, Beet Cookie. I'm not gonna lie, Beet Cookie is going straight to not edible because I just hate beets. Not only do they not taste good, but they quite literally stain everything you touch. So I'm sorry beet lovers out there, she's gonna stay in D tier. Moving on to the rare cookies. First of all, we got Adventure Cookie right here. He has to be the most basic cookie of all time. I mean, just look at the clothes that he's wearing right now. Sorry Adventure Cookie, but you're going in mid tier. Next up, we got Alchemist Cookie. Other than the fact that she makes potions, I would say the only edible thing about her is her hair. So because of that, I'll put her in mid tier as well. Next up, Avocado Cookie. For some reason, she reminds me of Pam from Brawl Stars. I wonder if you guys can also see it. Me personally, I really like avocados, so Tasty. Next up, Blackberry Cookie. I'm gonna put her in Tasty because, I mean, just look at her. Next up, Carrot Cookie. Carrot cake is pretty good, so I mean, why not? Tasty. Next up, we got Cherry Cookie. Cherry Cookie is automatic would devour. The reason? Cherries are a universal flavor in almost all types of dessert, so that alone already makes her S tier. Next up, Clover Cookie. First of all, bro is not him. So because of that, we are going to be putting him in mid. Next up, Custard Cookie. I would rate him in would devour because he's custard. Next up, Gumball Cookie. Gumball is pretty good, so why wouldn't a cookie not taste good? Tasty. Next up, Night Cookie. I'm pretty sure his armor is made of chocolate, so because of that, automatic S tier. Next up, Onion Cookie. I mean, she's an onion, so not edible. Shrek would probably be disappointed in me. Pancake Cookie. Anything pancake is automatically S tier. Princess Cookie. I mean, her hairpins look pretty tasty, so Tasty. Devil Cookie. I'm gonna put Devil Cookie in mid tier just because he doesn't seem that appealing. And now we are onto the epic cookies. And the first epic we got is Almond Cookie. Probably my favorite cookie because, I mean, just look at him. Isn't he just... Not only that, but almonds are insane. Automatic S tier. Next up, Chili Pepper. Not edible because spice does not belong on cookies. Dark Choco. Automatic S tier as well because, I mean, he's made of chocolate. And chocolate is automatic S tier. Espresso Cookie. Even though I don't drink that much coffee, I'll put him in S tier because the combination sounds pretty good. Herb Cookie. Sounds like a pretty interesting combination, so I'll put him in edible. Licorice Cookie. Not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest licorice fan, so because of that, he's going in mid tier. Madeline cookie. You can't go wrong with Madeleines, so S tier. Milk cookie. Automatic S tier as well because milk and cookies belong together. Mint choco. I've tried mint choco cake before, but not gonna lie, it didn't really hit as hard as I thought it would, so edible. Poison mushroom. I'm sorry little guy, but I'm gonna have to put you in not edible because you're made of poisonous mushrooms. Pomegranate cookie. Pomegranates are pretty good, so I'll put her in tasty. Purple yam cookie. I'm not the biggest yam fan as well, so I'll put him in meh. Rye cookie. Isn't rye like a type of wheat? I'll just put her in edible. Snow sugar cookie. He's the classic snow sugar cookie, so because of that, S tier. Sparkling cookie. I'm not sure how a carbonated cookie would taste like, but you can't lie, his hair looks pretty scrumptious. So I'll put him in tasty. Strawberry crepe. Automatic S tier as well because strawberry cakes, you can't go wrong with them. Tiger lily. Her tiger is made out of butter, so because of that, I'll put her in edible. Vampire cookie. He's one of my favorite cookies in the entire game, so I'll put him in tasty. Werewolf cookie. I'm pretty sure this guy is made up of salt and pepper, so I'll put him in mid tier. Kumihu cookie. She's made out of marshmallow, so automatic S tier. Cream puff cookie. Automatic S tier as well because cream puffs are delicious. Latte cookie. Automatic S tier as well because just look at her. Black raisin cookie. I'm not the biggest fan of raisins, same thing as raisin cookies, so I'm going to put her in edible. Fig cookie. I'm gonna be honest here, I never tried a fig before, maybe one time, so I'm gonna put her in edible. Pastry cookie. She looks to be a classic pastry, so I'll put her in tasty. Red velvet cookie. Automatic would devour as well. His hand is quite literally made out of cake. Need I say more? Mango cookie. First of all, let me start off by saying I absolutely love anything mango related. Yes, you heard me right, anything mango related. Mangoes are just perfect in my opinion. So automatic S tier. Lilac cookie. I'm not sure about this, but I think lilacs are edible, so I'll just put them in edible. Next up, everyone's favorite shark, sorbet cookie. I would put him in S tier because you can't go wrong. Squid ink cookie. First of all, squid does not belong on cookies, so I'm gonna put her in not edible. Parfait cookie. Automatically would devour. The amount of accessories on her hair is enough to make anybody go hungry. Automatic S tier. Raspberry cookie. Automatic S tier as well because you cannot go wrong with the raspberries. Moon rabbit cookie. I think moon rabbit is made out of rice, so because of that, I'll put her in edible. Mala sauce cookie. Same argument as chili pepper, spice does not belong on cookies, so not edible. Twizzly gummy cookie. It says it in her name, Twizzly gummy, so automatic S tier. Pumpkin pie. I'm gonna be honest, I never really ate that many pumpkin related products, including pumpkin pie, so I'm not sure how good she would taste like, but I'm sure she would taste pretty good. So I'll put her in tasty. Next up, cotton cookie. You can't really eat cotton, so not edible. Cocoa cookie. Would devour. Cocoa is pretty delicious, so automatic S tier. Eclair cookie. Everyone's favorite daddy.
Oh my God.
Automatic S tier as well. Tea nut cookie. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I'm a huge fan of tea. I quite literally drink it every single day. And he's tea night. Who wouldn't want to eat him? Automatic S tier. Affogato cookie. Never tried affogato, but he seems pretty tasty, so I'll put him in tasty. Caramel arrow cookie. I'm not the biggest caramel fan, but I'll still put her in tasty. Cherry blossom cookie. I don't know if cherry blossoms are edible, but assuming they kind of are, I'll put her in edible. Wild berry cookie. For some reason, everyone seems to simp for him. I also simp for him, so I'll put him in Would Devour. Crunchy Chip Cookie. For some reason, they both belong together, I guess, so I'll also put him in S tier. Financier Cookie. I'm pretty sure she's made out of almonds as well, so I'll put her in automatic S tier as well. Cream Unicorn Cookie. I'm not sure what he's supposed to be made out of, but if we were to judge by his appearance, I would say tasty. Next up, we got the man himself, Captain Caviar Cookie. Automatic Would Devour. I mean, he's one of my favorites of all time. I don't care if he's made out of caviar, I'll eat him any day, so automatic S tier. Candy Diver Cookie. First of all, isn't this guy like... Considering he has candy for eyeballs, I'll put him in tasty. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'll just say Cake Brute, but I'll put him in automatic S tier because he's made out of cake. Macaron Cookie. If you haven't tried a macaron yet, go ahead and try it right now, S tier. Carol Cookie. I mean, she's the classic Christmas cookie everyone eats during Christmas, so automatic S tier. Pinecone Cookie. I don't know if pinecones are edible, but he does look pretty crunchy, so I'll put him in edible. Prophet Cookie. I mean, he quite literally has a fortune cookie as a mustache. But I don't think that's enough to put him in S tier, so I'll put him in tasty. Milky Way Cookie. Another one of my favorite cookies. I mean, she just looks like a huge pile of marshmallow fluff, so I'll put her in tasty. Blueberry Pie Cookie. You can never go wrong with blueberry pie, so tasty. Space Donut. Automatic S tier because he's quite literally a donut. Prune Juice Cookie. Not the biggest fan of prunes, so I'll put him in edible. I don't know how to pronounce this cookie's name, but I'm just gonna say it. Konaman. I think she's a type of pastry, so because of that, I'll put her in tasty. Royal Margarine Cookie. This guy also reminds me of a certain someone, but he seems to be made out of a type of butter, so I'll put him in tasty. Tartatin Cookie. I don't know what she's supposed to be made out of, but I would still put her in edible. Rockstar Cookie. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty mid, so I'll put him in meh. Sorry Rockstar fans. Black Lemonade. I mean, lemonade is a classic, so I'll put her in tasty. Peppermint Cookie. Like I said with mint choco, I'm not the biggest fan of mint itself, so I'll just put him in edible. Frilled Jellyfish Cookie. Even though she's pretty, you know. I'll have to say not edible on this one because I mean, she's quite literally a jellyfish. Burnt Cheese Cookie. I'm not gonna lie, burnt cheese sounds pretty good, so because of that, I'll put him in tasty. Fettuccine Cookie. Not gonna lie, Cookierun Kingdom might be onto something. Fettuccine plus cookie sounds pretty good to me. I'll put her in tasty. Olive Cookie. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I hate olives, and because of that, I'm just gonna put her in not edible. I just don't like olives at all whatsoever. Linzer Cookie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Linzer Cookie be looking kinda, if you know what I mean. I'll put her in tasty. Creme Brulee Cookie. Seems to be another type of custard, so I'll put him in tasty. Rebel Cookie. I'm pretty sure he's made out of rice based on his description, so I'll put him in edible. Mozzarella Cookie. Anyway, I love mozzarella cheese by itself, so I'm gonna have to put her in S tier. Silver Bell Cookie. I mean, what is Silver Bell even supposed to be? A mushroom or something? A type of flower? Doesn't really seem that appetizing, so I'll put him in not edible. Mercurial Night Cookie. Pretty sure this guy's flavorless, not edible. Matcha Cookie. First of all, matcha is amazing. There's nothing more I need to say. Automatic S tier. Next up, we are onto the super epics. First of all, we got Clotted Cream Cookie. Anyways, he looks pretty tasty, so I'll put him in tasty. Oyster Cookie. I'm sorry, Oyster Cookie, but seafood and cookies do not mix, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put you in not edible. Sherbet Cookie. I mean, he's basically ice cream, so he has to go in tasty. Stardust cookie. I mean, he's quite literally made out of stars. Not really sure how you can eat that. But if I were to judge based on appearance, I would say I would put him in edible. Capsaicin cookie. Now let me guess what all of you are probably thinking. He's made out of spice, so therefore he's gonna go on not edible. But I'm gonna make an exception for capsaicin cookie. I mean, just look at him. I'm gonna have to put him in S tier. I'm sorry. Shining glitter cookie. I mean, she reminds me of those over-decorated cookies, so I'm gonna have to put her in tasty. Crimson coral cookie. I mean, she's made out of coral. Not only that, but she doesn't really look that appetizing, so I'ma have to go not edible. Elderberry. I mean, he's just an old man, let's be honest here. I'll put him in mid, I'm sorry. Moving on to the legendaries. We got the one and only Sea Fairy Cookie, one of the first legendaries in the game. I mean, she's made out of water, but I mean, you gotta stay hydrated all the time, you know? So I'll put her in S tier. Frost Queen. Not gonna lie, I feel like her design doesn't really speak legendary to me. I mean, out of all the other legendary cookies, her design seems to be kinda lacking. I don't know if it's just me, but I'll put her in tasty. Black Pearl Cookie. Let me start off by saying that she's quite literally almost everyone's favorite cookie for some reason. We have to put her in S tier. I mean, she's quite literally Moonlight Cookie. Again, another one of those cookies that's greatly liked by the community. Even though she doesn't look that appetizing, I'ma have to say tasty. Pitaya Dragon. Pitayas are delicious if you've never tried it before. I think he's basically kinda like a dragon fruit. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure he's also daddy as well. So we have to put him in S tier. And now we are on to our final cookies, the ancient cookies. We got pure vanilla as the first one. I'ma have to put him automatic S tier as well. I mean, he quite literally is made of cones, like wafer cones. Next up, we got Hollyberry Cookie. I'm gonna have to put her in S tier as well because she's quite literally made out of berries. It says it in her name. Berries are just delicious. On to Dark Cacao. Same argument, he's made out of chocolate. S tier. Golden Cheese Cookie. Even though yes, I put the first 3 ancients in S tier, I'm just gonna have to put her in tasty. She doesn't seem S tier worthy in my opinion. And on to the final ancient, White Lily Cookie. She's made out of white lilies. Don't know if they are edible or not, but I'ma have to say tasty. And now we are left with the special cookies. Snapdragon. I don't know what Snapdragon is made out of. I mean, assuming he's a dragon. But if I were to go off of appearance, I would put him in tasty. And on to our final boy, Icicle Yeti Cookie. I mean, even though he's made out of ice, I'll still have to put him in tasty as well. Anyways guys, this is going to be the final tier list for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. And again, thank you for 100 subscribers. I truly appreciate it. You don't know how much this means to me. And let's see how much farther we can grow. Anyways guys, thanks for watching today's video. Please comment down below if you guys enjoyed it and would like to see more mic vids. And I'll see y'all next time.